Ito maganda. This is okay. I think Kit, you're also seeing the question. This is
complex, no?
No, it's well. That's one way of looking at it. For me, I'd call this as real. It hits hard.
Absolutely.
It hits hard, for a lot of us. So my teenager is struggling in this lockdown, and so he or she's not the only one. That's true. My daughter came out before the lockdown. Now she's homeschooling and feeling disconnected from her peers, her friends. I can see her struggling, and recently she's been fighting with her dad, who hasn't really accepted who she is. Yeah, she's currently talking to a therapist online to help, but I want to do more. So the question, it comes from a place of how can I help?
Yeah. So there are different layers here.
Yeah.
So one is the teenage daughter is just revealed that, I'm gay or whatever label. Okay. So she answered her own question already. It's a matter of really acceptance. Diba? Because the father probably has other fantasies about the ideal daughter. And the mother is the one who's in between.
Yes.
She wants to be able to create space. First, reality check, it's a truth bomb. So they cannot
sorry, it's a truth bomb.
Yeah, it's a truth bomb.
Kasi katotohanan. Truth bomb.
It's a truth bomb. And that, and so it will take time. Okay, so the father also needs time to be able to ang bigat niyan, because obviously the father is hanging on to a certain attachment.
And the father has his own process about this truth bomb, right?
Yes, about this truth bomb. So the daughter, also would have a different process, and she feels disconnected already. Of course, she wants to feel accepted and understood.
Yeah.
So what can you do for yourself? Number one, you cannot play the referee.
No. That's right. Don't be in the middle of this too. That's the worst thing. Yeah.
So what is your? So my analysis here, what is your feeling about it? Feeling about your daughter. So if you don't have any problem or conflict with it, and you really accept her genuinely for whoever she is, then you can start there. That's a great place to start. Be the container, be the safe space for your child. It doesn't need the father. But also expect that the father will not totally accept it yet, because he has his own crap to think of, diba? Pero for you also, think of it inwards again. What is your feeling about it? How are you dealing with it? Diba? Parang, because it may end up to be like a codependent relationship. Like you're just trying to please your daughter because you're scared that the relationship might she might run away, or she might just be depressed, or to on.
Ito, may follow-up. So that's a great place. So for tip number 1 is to start with you, be the safe space. The additional fact is, so they know the mom, she accepts her daughter, so she supports her. So I think so let's assume, Kit, that's safe space. Yeah. So that's already happening, right? And if that's happening, the question here is, so what can be other other stuff that she can build on that?
Yeah, build on that connection with your daughter. The connection with the husband, with the dad, accept it that he's having a hard time dealing with it. He has his own timeline. He will have his own timeline. But the more the dad sees, so you reflect. So the father will also start seeing the child, for who she really is. Not the not the labels, not
Mm-hmm.
the, but the person behind those labels and behind those culture conditioning that who she should be. But to really, when the father sees that, the mom and the daughter are enjoying their relationship, get to know your daughter now. That she's
Yeah.
free to speak. So create a new story with your daughter. Parang you're writing a new story with your daughter. So get to know your daughter and enjoy that process. Now, if the father is there, you just have to, be realistic about it. He's still having a hard time. Be compassionate also to the father because it's not easy. It's what he's going through. So if he loves you, but sometimes, it's just he has his own set of beliefs
Yeah. Yeah.
that needs to be, that still needs to be taken away from his lens. So project that mirror to him the love story between the mother and the daughter, which may hopefully, but you don't have to count on it, inspire the father to also start leaning in the space of curiosity and non-judgment. Diba? So, but for you, you're already in a great space. You're accepting that your daughter, you see her for who she is. Celebrate that, enjoy that she now has and then start writing a new love story with your daughter because she's turning a page also. She's gonna be a different person. So support her to connect with herself, to celebrate her, her truth of her authentic self. And then but there's no point in resisting because, I don't know, and you can't control also your husband, but apply compassion. It's hard. It's not an easy
Yeah, I think one things that can continue to damage here is to you're accepting the daughter, but then there's judgment, right, on the dad going, but hindi mo tanggap, bakit hindi sinabi na nga niya, and I'm also seeing, right, is the willingness to change of the dad. This is where I think the work can come in, right? So you don't expect the dad to change, but you're in a good place. And in a way, sorry for the metaphor, in a way you're marinating, right? The willingness to change. When the dad is ready, the dad will also lean in.
Yeah, we also lean in. So apply compassion also. It's not the easiest thing. It's not also the environment now, diba? You're all confined at home. So there's really depends also on the dad's temperament. Diba?
Nasa ano, diba?
Feeling you don't have, and maybe the dad also has his own childhood trauma. Mm-hmm. So if he's open to, I always say when parents come to me to have their child coached, I always tell them first.
Yeah, sila. That's right. And that's a tough, that's a tough, that's a tough place to be in.
Yeah. But I don't accept, I said, because it's going to be futile. You're going to waste your money. If I just, I can talk to your daughter, but, pero I need to talk to you first.
Kip, I am reminded of all the times we have run workshops for kids and teens, all the while saying we should have their parents attend the workshop as well.
Yeah. And it's annoying. You also deal with so much compassion and understanding with us as parents also, because our parents also grew up in a different setting.
Yep.
So
that's true.
It's not blaming them, but it's just really understanding where, diba, there are three choices nga. You can either accept it, resist it, okay, or really just understand.
Mm-hmm.
It's just really an understanding out of, and then if there's some resistance, some fear, okay, and then bring it up with your daughter also. But I'm scared kasi, diba? But if you're ready for this kind, you tell them your own fears. Because you can, sometimes acceptance kasi can be also lip service. Diba? Like if it's full acceptance, if it's really full acceptance, then you won't be triggered by anything else that's happening. But if there's still some resistance or some fears or questions and doubts, then you also have to acknowledge that and for you to be able to find the truth, you have to expose it, diba? So you'll have to be able to have a conversation around it. So that will help you also appease. And you can really say that you have accepted it. Because if there's no trigger, then it means you've fully accepted it. Right? But if there's still some triggers, then, di ba, parang hindi ka pa comfortable with the truth. So you also have to look inwards and really say, when you say accept, what do you mean by that?
Nice.
Or maybe there's still hope there that, no, maybe ano lang yan, face lang yan. You know, parang you're still trying to control.
Lilipas din to.
Face lang yan, lilipas din to. 10 years na tayong, 10 years, 15 years nang nasa face na to. Di ba? Ganon.
Yan, ano lang yan. So, also, try to look inwards. What is that? If it's really acceptance, what does acceptance really mean? And ask your daughter also, what does acceptance really mean for you? How do you feel you're accepted? How do you feel you're still safe?
Yeah.
So because then you know, then you can work around it. You don't have to ostracize naman the father for, you know, di mo na accept it. So, bahala ko dyan. Diba?
Yeah, that's
So, ano kami? Chami. Kasi it can also be like that. The need to be liked. The need to be loved. You can also try to use that, but it's not really coming from a place of acceptance. And you don't want, the father is still part of the family, diba? Para you help each other, you co-create and help each other. How can we work through this together, diba?
Yeah.
So you also need to ask for what you need. Ask for what you need. Ask help. And it always helps to have a third person, like a coach or a guide, to help facilitate those conversations that are not really so easy to, not easy, not so easy.
Not easy, period.
Not easy because it's ingrained na siya.
Yeah.
Culturally ingrained na rin siya. So, but in the end, parang, diba, you see the person, you don't, our hope is, you know, you see each other as really that intimate relationship, meaning the intimacy into me, I see you in me and you see me in you. So that's the intimate relationship in a family, diba? That's why it's one, it's union. But it's a process. And it's a lot of acceptance also. Hindi ko pa talaga tanggap. Diba? Kailangan mo rin ilabas yun na whatever it is. Whatever it is. But it doesn't mean you don't love your daughter. But there are certain issues there that you will have to work on together. Para, you know, so you don't feel like nasasakal ka rin. Or, you know, parang you feel like you're weighing in. Pag kayong tatlo nandun sa isang room, di ba? Parang, awkward. What's gonna happen? Diba? So, yeah. So much compassion for that, but breathe through it, journal what's going on inside you, so you can really find out, figure what is your energy level, where is it coming from, why are you affected by it, or why have you accepted it, what helped you accept it also. So that will also be, if you want to model it to your husband also, you'll have to determine, okay, if I fully accepted it, what made me accept it fully and without any resistance? What is it? So it will help you also when you're listening to other people, it will help you notice that, where the energy is coming from. There. Sorry.
Nice.
Too long.
Nice. Thank you. No, there's so
quite a lot there, Kit.
Thank you for being so generous. Daming tips, daming truth bomb doon.
Truth bomb.
Truth bomb.
Yeah.
Kit, there's feedback from our question, from our asker. Thanks, that was lovely. I like the modeling the relationship with the daughter to the husband and not refereeing. Fingers crossed. Thanks. Yeah,
Yeah.
our heart's energy go out to you, ma'am.
Yes. Breathe, breathe. Connect. Your daughter, your husband, you're all worthy enough, whole, complete. You just have to remember that.
Nice.